Hello, Just Too Good here, and guess what? The new LEGO Ideas review project phase has been announced, and there's 51 projects qualifying for the second 2022 LEGO Ideas review. Now, this is a set that will probably, I want to say release 2025, but we'll say 2024, because when they announce this, it'll probably be probably January 2023, because that's when the second results of 2021 were announced. So the set we see that will be selected from here will not be released until at least 2024. However, 51 projects makes this the largest review phase yet, from my understanding. And you know how this works. I give my thoughts on whether or not these should be LEGO idea sets, and if they are likely to be LEGO idea sets. So you get my own take, as well as just the possibility in the world of LEGO. Am I right or wrong? I'm just guessing. I'm not LEGO themselves, so don't take my word as fact. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below, whether you agree or disagree. So let's see what the first project will be. Okay, so we have a Lilo and Stitch beach house. What's the likeliness of this being made? In my opinion, kind of unlikely. The house from Lilo and Stitch is just not an iconic house in cinema history. I mean, Lilo and Stitch is an iconic movie, I'd say, in American pop culture. But when you think of Lilo and Stitch, nobody's really thinking about the house right away. I can't even think of how the house looks without looking at this picture right here. The minifigure designs look kind of odd because they translated their eyes and noses outside of the realm of Lego. Lego minifigures don't have eyes. I see how they just put Stitch right there, which that works, of course, from the Disney CMF. I don't think this will be likely. It's just the build itself is a big build for something that's just not relevant in pop culture. I would like it to be made personally because I just like a colorful house, and especially one from an animated property. But I would put this in the not likely category. Then we have Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark 40th Anniversary. This one I don't think is likely either because we have rumors from Promo Bricks, who's very, very legitimate with the rumors and leaks they put out of upcoming sets, and they basically have 4 Lego Indiana Jones sets coming out next year based on older movies, so I don't see why Lego would release 4 separate sets and then also this 40th anniversary Lego idea set. It's a gorgeous set. I would like it to be made like this, but I don't think this is likely to be a Lego idea set in 2024. Motorized Steampunk Skyship. I think this has more of a chance than those last two. First off, it's not tied to a property, so LEGO can make more of a profit off of this. Second thing is, this design here is something that has become more popular in pop culture recently in America, from my experience, which is steampunk. And I say recently as in like in the 2000s, like with the rise of the internet and more people using the internet, steampunk was this huge subculture. I don't know if the subculture is still there, but I think the legacy of that subculture of steampunk and the presentation here of this flying ship, I think this has a medium likeliness to be made. I don't think it's the most likely thing, but I don't think it's unlikely like those previous two. So I say this one has a shot. They could probably keep this at like $200 to $250, do something like the Sea Cow maybe, and yeah, I actually like the look of this too. It's a cool idea. I don't know if I'll buy it if it was like $300, but I would appreciate that it's made. It's a nice original idea. Then we have the auto repair garage from the 1930s. This is super detailed for what it is. I love how colorful and just, you know, lived in this feels. It feels like a very lived in house. But more specifically, it doesn't seem like this is minifigure scale, which I find very interesting. So this is like almost, I mean, it could be minifigure scale. I'm not seeing the minifigures right here. So let's click a closer look here. Yeah, you see, it looks like it's more for like the creator cars, which is interesting. I like that take. As much as I'm a minifigure scale person, I like seeing something so drastically different that this is a display car for a creator style car. That's actually really kind of cool. I like this idea. It's very unique for what it is. It comes with its own car, so it doesn't rely on existing sets, so I think there's a possibility there. I like the look here of just this rustic old shack, you know, for a garage. I think this has a medium shot, just like the steampunk one, where it's a creative idea, it's different from what's on the market, and it's unique enough for LEGO ideas while also tapping into stuff that's popular with LEGO cars of the creator scale. Escape game, Carter's Secret. So this seems to be based on a property. I'm not too familiar with The Great Escape as like a specific, like there's the movie, but this isn't tied to the movie, you know? So yeah, maybe this is... I always wanted to create an escape game. Yeah, so this is his own property. So this is actually not a license, but it seems like The Great Escape, Carter's Secret is just what mocked the brick project made as their own idea. And honestly, I love the creativity behind here. I'm getting hidden side vibes, which is really cool. And I'm just trying to see, because now I'm like, is this let me see. Yeah, welcome to Carter's Secret. Yeah, so yeah, this is an original property. Okay, so if it's not tied to a license, I would say, if it was tied to, let's say The Great Escape was a license, like Carter's Secret specifically, I don't think it's likely, because that's just not like a well-known license. But if it's not tied to a license, which it seems like it's just this original idea, I think it's medium likeliness, where it's kind of an interesting idea to have this escape room as a Lego set. And the interior kind of gives this like old cabin look where there's clues and everything. I could see Lego considering this, because just the idea of like finding these clues and everything is just a very fun idea that is unique for Lego ideas. But I don't think it's the most likely idea, so we'll put that in the medium range. Fishing in muddy waters. This is beautiful. I love the use of those triangle tile pieces on the roof there. That's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And the rocks on the side there. This is like a mock for the level of detail that's here. I mean, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful project I've seen so far. Love the side detailings here. I'm just worried that it's too... like the fishing in muddy waters, that's what it would be called, right? So it would be like you're buying this one thing, but the idea of, oh, it's the Lego Ideas fishing set. Well, we have that, the old fishing store. Like, I feel like the idea, if you look away from the project of what Lego has to sell, is a little bit of a hard sell, and I think that's what's holding it back. However, the build is absolutely beautiful, so I'll keep it as a medium likeliness. I'm not sure. I don't think it's unlikely, but I don't think it's super likely. Lisbon tram. Okay, this I think is likely. I think this is a likely thing that they could do, where you have this slice of a tram and a tram station. It could be like probably like 150, 200. I could see them doing this, and I would like it. I think it looks cool. It's not my favorite, but it doesn't look bad, and I wouldn't mind if they do it. And it seems like it's a unique enough idea of just this tram slice to have as a Lego idea set that I think it's more likely than a lot of the projects we've looked to in this video. Medieval Alchemist. Okay. This is actually really cool too. So they would have to sell like a magic shop for this. And again, it's almost like alchemists, alchemy. Is that like something that I know what alchemy is, but I'm saying, like, is alchemy a popular product on store shelves, like alchemy toys, you know? That's what I consider with when considering these Lego Ideas things, is how popular the idea itself is. And I don't know if an alchemy store is, or an alchemy's inn, or an alchemy's house, an alchemist's house is a very popular idea. However, if they go more into I guess standardizing as like a magic shop, maybe, because Lego sold magic shops before with Majesto's magic shop, but alchemy isn't exactly magic. So I don't know. I think alchemy is just too niche of a topic in the a fantasy world to capture as a separate set, but the build is just so strong. So I hope it's made, but I don't think it's likely, if I had to be honest. Working Orrery, that's cool. We had that one that was like the planets that was rotating and stuff, which was really cool. I want to see a video. Oh, you gotta... oh, okay, I was about to say. View video. Okay, well, whatever. Let's see. That's cute. I like that. That's fun. Look at that. But I thought there was like a, in my opinion, a better one with there's like the solar system planets. Maybe I'm wrong with that. Yeah, I think it's a cute idea, but I don't like the execution on like the sun and the earth. Like, they look, I don't know, I don't like that spherical blocky look. I don't know if it's captured too well, honestly. I don't think they would improve this, because they didn't improve that one solar system one, and this is like, to me, no offense, like a weaker version of that. So yeah, I don't think they'll improve it. Jim Henson's Labyrinth. I wasn't expecting this. A Labyrinth set? Oh my gosh! I love Labyrinth as a kid. Like, holy crap. David Bowie, Lego David Bowie. Oh my gosh. This is kind of awesome. the thing is, Labyrinth, I love Labyrinth, but I don't know how popular Labyrinth is in pop culture nowadays. It's definitely more popular than like Dark Crystal. And like people do remember David Bowie in Labyrinth. And of course, Jennifer Connelly. Career aspects. I had like a huge crush on that gif. Anyways, okay, Labyrinth. Yeah, this is an iconic movie to an extent. And I love the, Escher style, MC Escher style room with the upside down stairs. I'll put this in a medium likeliness where I think this is more popular than Hocus Pocus, and Hocus Pocus got a Lego Ideas set. However, Labyrinth isn't owned by Disney, so it doesn't have the Disney instant approval that like Lego loves working with Disney. So if Hocus Pocus is becoming a set, I think this is pretty darn likely, if I had to be honest. Dang it, I would put this in the more likely category, not even medium likely. That's just likely. Yeah, and I'd want it. I love Labyrinth. I love Jim Henson stuff. I love David Bowie. I love Jennifer Connelly. Working Polaroid. Okay, this is a beautiful little thing. I love this. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So you'd push this and then it pushes out the picture. How does that even work? Do you like load it in through the back? Like, I love the idea. In Polaroids, it's like the typewriter, which we got the typewriter. It's this vintage, but like cool vintage retro thing. Almost like a record player, but record players have that, use that's like, you could get that crisp sound that you can't get from like a CD. But yeah, I would say I would put this in the likely category too. I think it's like the typewriter in that regard, where it's a classic vintage idea that's iconic to just pop culture, and to see that function work so well is very impressive. Lego Mushroom House. For a second, I was like, is this Lego Smurfs or something? But the Lego Mushroom House, I quite like the colorful design. Again, giving me some Smurf-esque feels. Smurf up in here, but it's the likeliness. They could sell the Mushroom House. I would say a medium. I wouldn't say it's completely unlikely. There's not. It's selling like they call it the Mushroom House like idea set. Like that is a sellable idea more than the Alchemist House. Like I think the Alchemist House is honestly, I think I like Mushroom House better, but I think the Alchemist House is a more appealing set for a more advanced model. But I think the general public would just be more interested in a Mushroom House, which is where I consider if Lego will make this a set or not. And so I think this is pretty darn likely. Man, it is such a strange idea. It is niche in a way, but it isn't also like it's also a broad idea, like a Mushroom House. Like that's just something that we just see in pop culture and other things here and there. So I don't know. I think this is likely, if I had to be honest. And I think it's a fun idea. I like how it looks. It's cute. It's so round at the bottom, and then I like the colors at the top. Like this came out very, very good. Almost gives me Trolls vibes. The art center. This is freaking awesome. Oh my, this is gorgeous. I love. This is like a better looking exterior of the firehouse from Ghostbusters, which you guys know I unfairly do not like. This design is just gorgeous with that huge long building look. I love the exterior of the little exhibits there. I also like this what is that, like I don't know what you would call like this huge window area like that's just absolutely beautiful. On the left you can see it really well there. That's beautiful. I love that. I love this. However, Lego and Lego Ideas, they rarely, if ever, do modular build. Like they haven't done them. Like the closest thing would be like the Home Alone house or like the old fishing store. And this is veering really into modular territory, like more so than old fishing store and the Home Alone house. So I don't know if they would do it because they just never do modular type buildings. They always avoid these large buildings from Lego Ideas unless it's tied to a property or it's called the old fishing store or the treehouse, which are not in that modular format. So I don't know if it's likely because it's just so tied to the modular format unless Lego avoids doing that. But I would love that to be made. Oh my gosh. The world of civil engineering, types of bridges. This is cute, and I think Lego would like to make this for like an educational purpose to get people into civil engineering, kind of like when they did that Women of Nassau set. Or sorry, not the Women of Nassau, the Women of Science, right? It was like a broad idea like this, where it was a work field and showing little miniature models from the work field. And this is the same idea, and I really love how they capture these bridges here. It's just so cool to see these different bridges all captured in their different styles in that miniature format. Personally, of course, I'd like it minifigure scale, so this wouldn't be a set for me. But I could see the appeal, and I could see LEGO doing this. Like, this is a likely, if I had to say. University of Bricster. This is freaking gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love this to death. I love, like, this gives me, like, you know, when I was touring, like, FSU, I think, yeah, way back, way back, many years ago. And this is, wow, that with that outdoor stadium part, like, you know, it's not really a stadium, but the overall design here is freaking gorgeous. This is my favorite project so far in this whole list so far. This is my favorite. Out of all 50 so far, this is my favorite. However, this is not going to be made. Same probably as the art studio, where it's this huge building that's almost a modular, if not. And LEGO just always avoids these from LEGO Ideas. Again, closest thing we got was Old Fishing Store, Home Alone, and the Treehouse. And those are not in this city setting, you know? So I don't think LEGO would do this. I would freaking love it, though. This is absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorite projects. Tuscan Villa is gorgeous. Another gorgeous one. This one, I think, is more likely than, say, University of Bricster and the Art Museum. I don't think it's entire. I would put this in the medium likeliness. Like, it's not super likely, but it's not super unlikely. Because it is capturing a culture, and this niche style building that's not a modular building. So that problem is not avoiding, or is not putting a dilemma on here. It's kind of like the Old Fishing Store in that regard. So I could see them doing this more than those two. However, again, they don't do buildings often, and especially not tied to, when they're not tied to like unlicensed things. It's very rare. Old Fishing Store, Treehouse. Traditional Japanese village. This is, to me, overall look looks very similar to Ninjago City Docks, which is a set I love, so I don't think LEGO would do that. Krusty Krab, SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh my gosh. This is, please, LEGO, just do a freaking Krusty Krab remake in adult scale like this. Like, holy crap. This is better than the last version for some ways. Like, I like the fish guy this time, an actual customer. The overall look looks gorgeous. If I had to pick one project to be made from here, it would be this, because I am dying for an 18+ Krusty Krab. We freaking need it, LEGO. This is awesome. Okay, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is perfect. It even has the back. Like, this is perfect. This is perfect. If I had to pick one thing to be made, I would pick the what is it called? You know, the university. But if I had to pick a second one, it would be the Krusty. No, I'm kidding. The Krusty Krab I would probably want to be made, period. Because it's just like, I want a remake of Lego SpongeBob. Like, the Lego SpongeBob sets I grew up with were good, but not great. And this is just so much better to have it in that 18+ scale. I keep saying it's likely because there's not a, like, Mega Bloks doesn't do SpongeBob sets anymore, but something with LEGO, and they've just been holding off on like working with Nickelodeon for some reason recently. I don't know why, but get on that, LEGO, because this should be made. Like, this would sell like crazy, and it would be a dream come true, and it would be a remake of something that people have had when they're younger, and I could see that just getting more people into LEGO. We're like, oh, wait, they remade the Krusty Krab? Oh my gosh, I gotta buy this. But who knows? Maybe I'm completely wrong and nobody wants that. But I would put this in the likely category. The only unlikely part is just that LEGO has denied the last one for some reason. Viking Village, which will not be made because they just announced a Viking Village LEGO idea set winning from the Target vote. So yeah. Skursky Firehawk Call California Fire. Interesting. So this is tied to the California fires. Maybe they'll donate like to some foundation there if they win. And I don't usually like helicopters, but I gotta appreciate how detailed and realistic this helicopter is. I like the little forest fire setup too, as dark as that is, because it looks like real. Like, the trees there are so well made. I love how they made those with I think, is it the bouquet piece? I don't know, but that came out fantastic, the display and the helicopter there. However, I don't know if LEGO would want to tie a set to like a real like disaster, you know, the California fires. I don't know if they would want to do that. So I think that makes it unlikely. Other than that, like, I could see the appeal. It's just I don't think they would want to tie to like a real life disaster. Medieval guarded inn. Ooh, like a remake of that OG one. This one is it's I like the surfboard news at the top, but honestly I'm getting like kind of like a blacksmith shop vibes from it, which I'm okay. Like we got that recently. I'm pretty good. Taskmaster. What is this, like a show? And people are like, Taskmaster is the best. Yeah, the hit TV show. All right. So I'm gonna be, whenever I say this, some people in the comments get mad, but you gotta remember that everybody has their own opinions, and this video would be completely useless if I didn't say what I think, how each video will, or how each project, if it will be made or not. And I gotta base it on my own, you know, what I see. And what I see is, I've never heard of Taskmaster in my life, okay? I've never heard of it in my life. And when LEGO releases a licensed product, they have to have it so that people all around the world have known about it, okay? And as an American, the pulse on pop culture is pretty tied with LEGO. Like, LEGO usually does American pop culture. Like, you'll rarely, I'm trying to think of LEGO doing a property that's not being pushed by like a huge American company, you know? I could think of like Doctor Who, you know? we're doing a lot of Disney and Warner Bros. And Universal. These are Hollywood shit, right? So when I see something like Taskmaster I've never heard of, and it's probably like, maybe it is an American show, but if it's a popular show outside of America, unfortunately LEGO will not do that. The only one I'm thinking of is Doctor Who, okay? And even then, what do we get? Like one LEGO idea set and then like 2 dimension stuff. So like LEGO themselves are just, they like doing Hollywood media for some reason. So I don't think this will be made. My point. Ski Chalet, okay? And watch this be, it's like Taskmaster from Amazon Studios. And it's like, oh, well, that is Hollywood. Well, whatever. I never heard of Taskmaster, okay? Ski Chalet, okay? Ski Chalet. And look, just because I never heard of it doesn't mean it's bad, by the way. Because there's so many movies I want them to make LEGO sets that nobody's ever heard of. But I know they won't make it because nobody's ever heard of those movies. Okay, Ski Chalet. Speaking of which, is there any rumors for frickin' Winter Village this year? I haven't heard anything about it. The Ski Chalet, first off, shout out to Arctic 1999-2000. I like that. But I like the slope here. This is cute, but it's just like I think Lego City did this idea, and it was just kind of similar. Like, I need a more detailed build, personally. And I think Lego wants to see more of a build that's just more fleshed out with this design. I don't think it's likely because of that. If it was like a huge, elaborate ski chalet, detailed and all, like super, super detailed and super large, I think Lego would consider it more. But this just feels like it's close to what Lego has put out before. I'm thinking like Friends when they had that whole sub theme and everything. Red London telephone box. Now this is just an iconic large scale design, so this isn't tied to like Lego minifigures, and I like that. I think that this is something that is like the typewriter where people might just want to display this. I think it is less likely to be something that Lego says, oh yeah, people will like to display this, because it's not something that has, it's not like an item, it's an actual like street scene. And usually when they do street scenes and stuff like that, they tie it to minifigures, which is why something like the garage kind of caught my eye, because it was something not tied to minifigures, but what they had there was an object, which was the car itself. So they could sell it on the car and the garage. I feel like this telephone booth needs something a little bit more, something just a little bit more to sell it with, or this being a part of a set. So let's say if this is a telephone booth with Big Ben in the background or something, like that's where I would see it. But them just doing an individual telephone booth, I don't see that as likely. But again, maybe I'm completely wrong. Witch House. Honestly, I think this is more distinguished than the Alchemist House, where they could, this I think is more likely than the Alchemist House of a medieval kind of, first off, it has a kooky look. I think Lego likes seeing a strange build, or maybe I'm just projecting what I want into what I think Lego sees, who knows. And then also this overall look is an easier sell, a witch's house. Sell an alchemist a medieval alchemist place to a kid, or sell a witch's house. A witch's house is easier to sell to a kid. Now, of course, these are 18 plus sets, but Lego has a specific market that they reach, you know. So I think it's easier to sell something like a witch's house, and I think this one is more likely in that regard. And I don't think it's conflicting with, say, the blacksmith shop or the Viking village. I think this is likely. If I had to say, I think this is a likely choice, but who knows? Terraria, okay. Terraria, I don't even know how popular it is right now. I know it is well known in American pop culture. Terraria as a build, this is one where I legitimately, I don't know how popular Terraria is in, like, right now on YouTube and, like, Twitch and stuff like that. So I legitimately can't really comment too much on this one, okay, for my gut feelings. Because I know what Terraria is. I know most people who are on the internet would know what Terraria is. Am I wrong in saying that? So I don't know. That one I don't know. The old train shed. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. Love this idea, and it's minifigure scale. But I also don't think Lego has enough trains on the market for them to put this out. Because, because they, I mean, is there a Lego City train now? I don't know, but I think they need more train sets on the market to consider this. So I think they wouldn't do this now, but if there was more train sets on the market, they would do it. I would love that, though. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The Great Wave off Kanagawa. This is beautiful, and I love the idea, of course, capturing that Great Wave. Iconic design. Yeah, I think this is medium. No, I think this is likely. I think because it's something that is recognizable, and it's so unique to what it is, you know, where we don't have Lego wave designs or anything. So yeah, I could see this actually being, I'd say this is in the likely category. A-Team, I love it when a plan comes together. I know Lego did the A-Team dimension set, which sold pretty bad, and it sold pretty bad. And I feel like if they do an A-Team van, we'll get one for Lego Speed Champs, and it'll have like BA Baracus, like one character. I don't think they'll do this elaborate, because I don't think the A-Team is as popular in American pop culture as it once was. You know, it was at one point, but now it's not. Okay, the Gravity Falls. So I would say this one's not likely, but maybe I'm completely wrong. I would say it's more likely for them to do a Speed Champs than a Lego Idea set here, and this is why they probably won't do it, because they just started doing Speed Champs of licensed vehicles, and I'm sure they'll do like Knight Rider and A-Team instead of doing a full Lego Idea set. The Gravity Falls Mystery Shack. This is something that gets, like the Krusty Krab, keeps getting up here, and I don't know what's taking Lego so long to do it. I think this might be one that this is the time, guys, though I think there's another one to review that we don't know the results of, where like they'll approve it. I think they're going to approve one of these Mystery Shacks. So I'll put this in the likely category. This one also seems to have like the most not specialized pieces, which Lego likes seeing in the presentation. Treasury Petra. This is really, 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 really unique. I love how this came out. Located south of Jordan, Petra is a marvelous city, clouded of mystery of the past. The New Wonders. Wow, look, you actually added there. That's actually kind of awesome. Yeah. A historical build here. I could, but I might put it in the medium. It's, yeah, I don't know. It is such a unique idea. I really don't know. Lego, I don't know if Lego has ever considered something like that, you know? Chinese Garden. This looks beautiful. But I also, I don't know. It does look beautiful, but I don't know. With the Lunar New Year stuff capturing some similar kind of architecture and natural scenery and everything, I don't know if Lego will do this, but we'll see. A Sony Walkman. Okay. There's like I think this is less likely than the Polaroid. However, I think this is like a medium likeliness, because on one hand, it's like a Sony Walkman is pretty nostalgic to people now. It is nostalgic. Damn, now I'm like, they need to do a Game Boy. Fudge. watch. Somebody just get on the Game Boy. But anyways, okay, so Southern Walkman, it is nostalgic to people, but like it's not. I don't know. I really don't know, because it's like the headphone part is kind of what's throwing me off, because it's like, will Lego like let people like wear like a brick headphone? Like I don't like for Lego to release something that's meant for you to wear, that like they have to like pass that through like a little more thought. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm totally thinking completely wrong, and this is like the most likely thing. But I feel like this is not unlikely, but not super likely, because it's just like it is that retro object, but it's also there's something that's I can't explain it. But there's just something different between this and the Polaroid. That like the Polaroid is more likely to me than the Walkman, but I can't explain why. But I would put in medium likeliness. Okay, golden trumpet tree with park bench. Like, okay, so golden trumpet tree, that's a specific tree, so that's like botanical. So they can market that, but I don't know if a golden trumpet tree and park bench as a set is the most popular Lego ideas set. Like if they release golden trumpet tree with park bench, Lego, like, will people freak out over that? I don't know if they would choose it, because it's just like it's a unique idea, but it's also not the most exciting idea out there for a set. So I put it in medium, where it's not unlikely because of its content, but just like the overall product that they're selling is just a little bit hard there. Heartstoppers, Charlie's Room. Heartstopper. What the hell is Heartstopper? Okay. Netflix. Opera present Heartstopper is a television series that I've never heard of. Let's see Heartstopper. What is it rated? TV 14. Is it TV 14? TV 14. No, I'm kidding. That doesn't really matter. The TV 14 doesn't matter. Okay, Heartstopper. The problem is this is a Netflix show that I've never heard of. And I know. Just too good. You don't know everything in the world. I'm not implying that whatsoever. I'm not implying that. I'm not all-knowing. Nobody's all-knowing. I'm just saying that when I haven't heard of a Netflix show and my like interests are in TV shows and movies, that's concerning for it being a Lego Ideas project, because that means if I don't know it and my interest is in TV shows and movies, how about the general public whose interest isn't zoned in on TV shows and movies? They probably know about it even less than me, is my point when I say something like that. So I just don't think this is known enough to release this as a Lego Ideas project. But I like what I see here, because it's captured that room design with all those authentic like wall pictures. I love seeing that. I love seeing like an actual bedroom captured. I'm still waiting for them to do like Andy's room from Toy Story. Medieval Watchtower. This is freaking gorgeous. I love the flowers on the side. Is it unlikely though? I mean, they released the Lion Queen's Castle or whatever. I don't think that's too close to this that it would conflict with it, though it is another gray castle design, you know. I think the timing's off. I think this is not likely now. I feel like if this was put 1 year after, and the castle, again, this will probably be in 2024, so the castle will be on store shelves by then, but it's just, it feels too close. It feels too close. So I'd put that in medium, though. I wouldn't say it's completely unlikely. Garfield 2-in-1. Lego Garfield, guys. Where's the 2-in-1? Oh, okay, I was about to say. Hell yeah. I kind of want this. It's a beam, but like Garfield Lego, that's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. They did a Garfield 2-in-1. Honestly, is it likely though? I would put it in medium likeliness, because Garfield is a extremely iconic character that's never appeared on Lego, and Lego likes having their iconic characters. However, I think they want a Garfield minifigure. Sorry. Okay. I think most people no. Okay. Do most people want a Garfield brick build or Garfield minifigure? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Personally, though, as a brick build, I could see like I can see them doing this. Like, even more so than like Wallace and Gromit, because Garfield's more popular than Wallace and Gromit, and this is more than just the figures. This is like a scene. Like honestly, this is not even medium likely. This is just likely. Like this, I would put that in the likely, especially with Garfield movie coming out around 2024. You know they'll try to. This is probably going to win. This is probably going to win. I hope they just also include a Garfield minifigure, but if they don't, I won't like throw a fit. Armada port. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. I love the color scheme here, which is more than what you would see from like the classic Lego Pirates Armada ports, with that cool yellow, literally, and white. That's beautiful. Yeah, I think it might be time. I mean, Pirates Bay was a couple years ago at this point, and yeah, it might be. I would put this in likely. Like, people have been asking for this for a while. Pirates Bay came out, and now it's kind of phasing out. You know, it might be time in 2024. Ed and Edna's Scrapyard. Ed and Edna. I'm like, the home of Jay and his parents. Oh, hey, I knew that was a Ninjago thing. I know Ninjago. No, this is actually kind of cool, but also it's a Ninjago thing. So like, I don't know if they'll ever do a Lego Ideas Ninjago set, because like when Lego has an existing theme, they don't like releasing ideas sets for that existing theme. Closest we got was when they released like Steamboat Willie when there was series 2 of Disney, but that's like not even the same because it's like Lego minifigures and Lego Idea Project. So yeah, unlikely. Matu Nui Rises. Oh, Bionicle Tribute. These are always fun to see. I like the Bionicle Tribute, but I mean, Lego didn't improve that one Bionicle Tribute, which was like perfect. So I don't think this is likely. If they didn't improve that one, they're not going to improve this one. But this is gorgeous, and I like the little masks at the bottom. Oh my freaking gosh, this is freaking, oh my god, oh man, this is actually my favorite. So what? This is freaking okay, this is so good. Okay, so like Krusty Krab, the Arch District, the college, and this one are like my favorites. This is gorgeous. I'm getting just like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 vibes from this, which is one of my favorite games of all time, where we would just make stupid log fumes all day. And this actually works. Wow, this actually freaking I hope this could be made too. Lego, please make this one, please. Okay, obviously there's an elephant in the room. They released that one coaster set recently. This is a water coaster though, but as much as I want this to be made, I have to be honest with you guys. I'd put this in medium likeliness, where it's not super likely, it's not super unlikely, because that roller coaster just got released, and that's probably going to be the main conflict here. However, it being a water ride and being so different from the coaster might save it. So, medium likeliness. I hope that's made, though. Sea turtle. This is, you know, beautiful as a capturing of a large marine creature. I think this came out very well. However, as a large-scale animal that they would release, they don't always do that. I mean, I'm trying to think of, like, the birds one, but, like, I haven't done one in a while, so I'd put it in medium likeliness, but we'll see. Ratatouille, let's open the doors. Yes, I think this is the same. Yeah, this might have been the same submitter of the original one. This looks gorgeous. Please, Lego, please, 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 please. The restaurant came out freaking perfect. Please, please, please. I want them to make this so bad. It's Disney. It's Pixar. There's a ride that just opened up at Epcot. You can literally make this. Ratatouille is like one of the best Pixar movies, and this is a freaking restaurant. Like, let's go. Let's go. This came out perfect. It doesn't even use any new pieces, though. It is weird when he doesn't have his chef hat, but they'll have to make a new piece just for him. I get it. I want that to be made. Is it likely, though? Well, they denied the previous Ratatouille, so there's something wrong with Ratatouille in them, so I'll put it in likely, but it's kind of like Spongebob, where it's like they keep denying it, or Gravity Falls, where they keep denying it, and it's such a great idea, but whatever. Screw Lego for approving Hocus Pocus over Ratatouille. Come on. Of course, I'm being facetious there, but whatever. Oh, okay, so this is what I was talking about with the earlier one, was this Clockwork solar system. This is like the rotation one, yeah. I didn't know it got resubmitted. Bum, bum. Bump, bump. Bump, 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 bump. I'm gonna get copy strike. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. Let me put it out. Yeah. This is gorgeous. And look how that works. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. All right. I say it's likely, but yeah, I think that's likely. It's just such a beautiful idea. It's executed perfectly. You have all the planets there. Bam. Okay, Bluey. This is funny. Oh my gosh, a Lego Bluey. Dude, Bluey is so popular in certain communities. this is uh this is definitely the Bluey house. I actually really love how this came out. I love when people capture like animated like houses and their wacky designs. Them making a Bluey set. There's okay, so like them making no. Okay, I was gonna say it's a preschool show, but appeals to adults. So you could say that with Sesame Street. So yeah, I don't think there's anything that's holding them back from making it. Honestly, this is likely. I would put Bluey as likely. Like Bluey is very very popular with people around the world, especially with parents and kids, and that's a demographic they'll get. It'll be like Sesame Street, where you could be an adult who likes Bluey, who just likes Bluey. You don't have any kids. You could be an adult who likes Sesame Street. You know, I love Muppets. I can't say I love like recent Sesame Street. And so that market, and then B is the parent building with their toddler. And Sesame Street does that, and then Bluey does that. So yeah, I could see this tapping that same market, and it is this popular animated show around the world that started in Australia. So it would be a foreign property they're doing. So I think that's actually really cool. I would love them to make that. And I think the figures, that was actually so smart to make them brick built, because they are very boxy in the show, so that fits perfect. The Goonies 360, we got a Lego Goonies set for Dimensions, but how popular is the Goonies nowadays, you know? Is it beloved still? And that's the main question, whether or not this will be a set. There was a Goonies project way back that got denied, like way in the early years. So I don't know. If that project got denied in the early years, I don't see how this one will get approved, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I would put this in the medium likeliness of I'm not entirely sure. Lego cats. Oh, this will be so popular. There's huge cat lovers. I'm a dog guy. I'm allergic to cats. But these came out pretty darn adorable. So I could see this being likely, honestly, because cat lovers love everything with cats, and this is a Lego cat. Brick build. So this is likely. Oh shoot, Thomas freaking yes, Thomas made it. Remember, we did the OSRS way back where I was promoting this. This is just this is okay. If there's no other building brands that have this, I think maybe at one point Mega had it. I think Lego had it at one point. This is absolutely perfect. Like even more so than Bluey, this taps that Sesame Street market, because unlike Bluey, this is a nostalgic property too. This has been around since I was a kid, you know? And people who are my age love it, removed from them even having kids as just a childhood thing. So I could see them definitely. The only thing that would be is if some stingy brick building company is holding on to this license. And while Lego 100% can get any license from anybody, if the people who own Thomas are not actively trying to pursue the license, then there could be a conflict there where this rival company is, you know, using this, and then the people who own Thomas are like, whatever, whoever has it can use it. And so maybe that could be like the one conflict. But I think this is extremely likely. I think this will be a huge hit, and I think this will be made because people have wanted a system Thomas thing forever, and it's so in the blood of Lego trains. It just makes perfect sense, and the execution is perfect here. I think this is extremely likely to be made. Out of all the licensings, I think this is the most likely in this particular page. I think it's this and then Garfield. Ancient Greek temple. This is gorgeous. It's a unique idea with a Greek temple. Something people have wanted forever. I'd say this is likely. Like, finally, I think this could be time to do this. You know, we got those temples in, like, Atlantis. That's, like, the closest thing. Night at the Museum, reopen the doors. This is a resubmission because I think this got denied once already. The thing is, Night at the Museum as a property it made mega money. It's well rented. It's well known. They just haven't done anything with it recently. But apparently, Disney Plus might be doing a Disney Plus show soon. So I think that could help this being made, and Lego would want to time it with that show. But I'm not sure. I just think as a property, though, Night at the Museum, it feels like it's a little bit too out of the pop culture zeitgeist at the moment for it to be made right away. So I'll put it in the medium likeliness. I'm not entirely sure. The Nightmare Before Christmas, which we have gotten a brickhead set for. We've gotten a Lego CMF for, or two of them, which is weird because I don't think they're using the CMFs in here. Am I wrong? And this is just excellently capturing that architecture. I love how they built the buildings here, and of course that spiral right there. Honestly, yeah, I'd put this in likeliness. It's a amazing interpretation of the claymation. No, well, it's not claymation. The stop motion models in it's not claymation. The stop motion models in Nightmare Before Christmas, and I love seeing that. And it is a holiday classic, so it is very relevant still, I would feel. So yeah, see, this is likely. What? That's it? Oh, okay. That was quicker than I thought. I thought we'd have like 5 hours more. And so we're still waiting on these, which there's so many interesting ones here, from Aladdin to... Yeah, wait, there's another... See, there is another Polaroid. I knew the Polaroid looked familiar, because I think... Yeah, but this one is a working Polaroid. So we have a few Polaroids up in here. With the previous project review. I didn't notice that. Let me see what else was in that one. Because we did a whole separate video for this one. Oh, Sherlock Holmes was there, and that steampunk airship, which I like the one in this one way better. So you can see there are some overlap of ideas that even I forgot about, where there's just billions of projects here. So going over everything quickly, Lilo and Stitch House, I say is not likely. Indiana Jones is not likely. This is likely, medium likely. I say unlikely, medium likely. Well, whatever. You get the point. My favorites in all of this are specifically, this is freaking gorgeous. And then the art museum is freaking gorgeous. And then Krusty Krab is just awesome. I need that to be made. And then, of course, there is the one, the only working log film, which please, Lego, make this. I need water rides, Lego. I need water rides. Regardless, again, probably 2024 set, 51 projects. Let me know out of all these which you think is the most likely, or you disagree with me. I love disagreement as long as you're polite. Subscribe for more Lego news commentary and Lego ideas commentary, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.